Welcome back to another Champion Deep Dive, and today we're talking about Sauron. He's got Prowess, Bleed, Unblockable, Regeneration off burst damage, and Degeneration that can pause, and much, much more. Let's get into it. Sauron joins the contest with an always active immunity to Power Steel, Poison, and a regeneration rate that cannot be reduced. Now, he takes 95% less damage from bleed effects and gains 25% critical resistance while bleeding. Light attacks have a 35% chance to deal a burst of physical damage. This ability can also trigger through block. Now, when Sauron is struck, he has a 30% chance to gain a passive regeneration, healing 10% of the damage taken per personal passive prowess effect he has active. With Prowess, each time one of Sauron's abilities fails to trigger due to chance, like his light attacks not triggering burst damage for example, he gains a 10% passive prowess. He'll also gain an additional 2 prowess if Sauron's ability accuracy is being modified when the ability fails. At 7 or more prowess stacks, Sauron gains an unblockable passive for 4 seconds when performing a dash, heavy, or special attack. Now, this ability has a 10-second cooldown. Now, if under the effects of a degeneration, or his ability accuracy is being modified, that cooldown is bypassed. Also, when landing the first hit of a heavy attack, Sauron consumes 3 prowess to gain a fury passive, granting increased attack for 4 seconds. Sauron also has extinction mode, where while Sauron has 10 prowess active, when landing a successful attack on the opponent, he inflicts a degeneration passive, dealing direct damage over 5 seconds. Keep in mind, this will not activate when hitting into block. Now, once Extinction Mode is active, Sauron increases his physical burst potency by 50%, and passive ability accuracy for personal abilities by 100%, meaning that burst damage is going to land every time. Also, when performing a dash attack, Sauron inflicts a passive bleed over 4 seconds. Now, when the degeneration passive expires, all passive prowess are removed, and extinction mode expires. Now, let's check out his special attacks. With all special attacks, on activation, Sauron pauses the degeneration passive from extinction mode for 8 seconds. And at the end of all special attacks, all passive prowess are removed. Now, the special one. At the end of this attack, for each physical burst hit dealt to the opponent, Sauron heals for 25% of the damage dealt to the opponent over 10 seconds. With the special 2, when this attack ends, Sauron increases the potency of all personal burst physical damage by 100% for 10 seconds. The Special 3. Sauron inflicts a degeneration passive, dealing direct damage over 5 seconds per personal passive effect that's expired on either Sauron or on the opponent throughout the fight. You keep track of the charges right here, and this maxes out at 30. However, this resets after each Special 3 activation. Now, let's check out his signature ability. When awakened, Sauron activates Doctor's Gift. This is a passive ability, where if the opponent attempts to inflict a bleed or incinerate effect while a degeneration is active, Sauron inflicts the opponent with a passive version of that effect, dealing damage over 2 seconds. He also increases personal passive prowess potency by up to a flat 10%. Now, let's take him out for a spin in the champion rotation. On longer fights, build up your personal passive effects up to 30 by utilizing all the passive effects in SAURON'S kit. So first, we'll build up prowess by using light attack ending 5-hit combos. To increase the chances of stacking those prowess, build up under 10 prowess so as not to trigger SAURON'S extinction mode too early. Utilize attacking into the opponent's block to build up prowess, without building up too much of the opponent's or your own power. Also, use your heavy attack to consume prowess while also gaining a passive fury, both adding to your charge count when they expire. Now, when you reach 30 charges or very near, make sure your prowess builds up to 10 to activate extinction mode. Launch the special 3 and watch all those charges fuel the 5-second degeneration passive. Now here, you'll have 2 degeneration passives going on at the same time. One from the special 3 and one from extinction mode. From there, build up prowess while rushing to the special 1 and launch it on the opponent to pause the extinction mode degeneration to continually damage the opponent. Rinse and repeat until your opponent has been defeated. For shorter fights, focusing on damage, build up to the special 2 while building up to 10 prowess. Once you've landed an attack with 10 prowess active, launch the special 2. This gives you an increase of physical burst damage by an additional 100% on top of the potency increase from entering extinction mode. Also, launching a special above 7 prowess granted you an unblockable passive, giving you easier openings to take advantage of your increased burst damage, while pausing that degeneration passive for 8 seconds. Now, if the opponent is still standing, launch a special 1 to finish the job, and maybe even heal a little bit in the process. Now, if you're looking for a little extra kick, try timing your 10th prowess with a parry so that you can launch a heavy attack to gain a fury and cancel into a special attack. Now, let's check out some best uses. SAURON excels in quests, with his easy access to healing, not only when being struck, but after the special 1, healing for a portion of burst damage dealt comes in quite handy. Speaking of healing, as seen in the champion rotation, with the Liquid Courage, Double Edge, and Willpower Masteries active, SAURON'S 95% bleed resistance and immunity to poison allow him to heal with minimal damage taken. This increases his burst damage, thus increases his healing potential after Special 1, giving him some devastating numbers, recoil mitigation, and some great survivability. Those resistances also help in content like Biohazard, or Caltrops for example. Looking to build up prowess quickly? Take on champions with ability accuracy reduction, like Concussion. Now, there are more than just these uses for SAURON out there. Are you already theory crafting? Where would you use it? Sound off in the comments and let's discuss. Now, let's check out some notable synergies. Wings and Fear. With Airwalker, Vulture, or Annihilus on the team, SAURON'S bleed damage potency is increased by 100% and duration increased by 20% when landing a dash attack. With Airwalker, armor breaks from specials reduce armor rating by an additional 30% for 11 seconds. With Vulture, his exhaust burns consume 50% less core charges, and the non-stacking Incinerate debuff deals an additional 20% attack over 5 seconds. And with Annihilus, Stifle duration is increased by 4 seconds and reduces the opponent's offensive combat power rate by an additional 15%. A bit too feral. With Beast and Sasquatch on the team, all Synergy members gain 15% attack while under 50% health. And while under 20% health, they'll gain an additional 25% attack rating. Additionally, with Sauron, he gains an additional 20% crit damage. Beast will gain 20% crit resist, and Sasquatch gains 20% combat power rate. Leeching thy friend. With Havoc on the team, Sauron, when gaining a power bar, gains a 20% armor up for 6 seconds. With Havoc, when spending 1 bar of power, he gains a 20% prowess passive for 6 seconds. No more patience. With Mr. Sinister and Doctor Strange on the team, for all Synergy members, whenever an opponent heals, they'll gain a 2% regeneration passive, lasting for 2 seconds. This ability has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Once this has been triggered 4 times, he'll inflict heal block for 12 seconds instead. This resets the regeneration count so you can do it all again. And finally, returning to Kitty Pryde's Fire and Dragons, the mystery is revealed. When Sauron launches a special attack while at max health, he'll inflict 3 passive incinerates, each dealing energy damage over 6 seconds, and maxing out at 6 stacks. Now, did you see a synergy that's got you mesmerized? Thinking of a new synergy team? Let us know your thoughts down below and let's discuss. Thank you for watching this champion deep dive for Sauron. Are you ready? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you like the video and want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And remember, we'll see you in the battleground.